First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming on short notice. I know we didn't give you a lot of opportunity to get here. And before we open up for questions, I want to thank Randy for all of his efforts, which were significant. And on behalf of the whole organization, wish him well going forward. He's a good man, a good coach, and he'll be back in this game quickly. And with that, we're happy to open it up. We felt one of the things, and you've all heard me say it since training camp, was that we need to see some level of consistency. And I think we'd all agree that we've shown some, have had some good periods, good stretches, but I don't think I can stand here in front of you and say that we've been consistent. And, you know, as recent as the last couple of games, I think we were happy with our game in Boston. Played pretty well in Minnesota. Tough games mixed in between. So, you know, we just felt at this point this was the right time to make the change and move ahead and try to get this team back playing like we have played for periods this season. You know, what we were focused on today and tomorrow night. You know, I think there's a process you go through, and there's doing things the right way, and wanted to take care and handle Randy the right way. Focused on tomorrow night, then we'll move ahead after that.
Dave, you got a core of like 7 guys who are now going to be playing for their 3rd coach. At what point you have to look at the core and say how many coaches you have to go through before it lands on the player?
You know, you're always looking at the core. People think that players are set in stone. I've said before, players are movable. You know, none of them have full no moves, and that doesn't change today, or it wasn't any different a month ago. You know, if there's a player move that makes us better, then we'll look to do it. But that hasn't changed. This doesn't change anything. This wasn't about you know, the core not listening to Randy or anything like that. We just felt that we weren't going the right direction. We're trending the wrong way right now. We're still in a decent position, and this move was made to try to put ourselves in a better position, and nothing other than that.
What did you tell Randy? How did that happen?
I told Randy late last night.
Can you tell us all about his reaction?
Well, as you'd expect, disappointed, but very professional. You know, Randy's he's as gruff as you might think he is. He's a very intelligent man. He understands the game. He understands our situation, and you know, it wasn't an extremely long conversation, but it went as well as you would expect from someone who was just being let go. I'm not going to get into that.
How significant is it that this comes right almost at the halfway point, and was there some plan, in fact, early in the season to see where the team stood at the halfway mark?
No, it's just a fluke. Lance said this is where we're at. If this would have happened, you know, we felt we were trending this way a month from now, then we would have done the same thing. You know, obviously earlier in the season we had some pretty good stretches where we thought that we were going to be the consistent team that we were looking to be, and you know, that hasn't happened, and we could wait longer, but we felt at this point that we needed to make the change.
Is there a template for a new head coach, Dave, that you'd be looking at moving forward?
You know what? Again, we're going to look at that over the next couple of days. You know, today really was about making the change. You know, we have 2 quality guys that have been head coaches that are going to be behind the bench tomorrow night, and we'll approach how we're going to handle the coaching duties for the rest of the year over the next couple of days. But today wasn't the time frame for that.
Dave, is your assessment that the message wasn't being heard, or maybe that the players weren't able to play the style that they were asked to play?
No, they're able to. We've seen it. I don't think. Again, it's not that we have players that can't do it. We've seen it. The game in Boston was a good example. They competed hard. They played the way that we want to play. We played that way in Minnesota. It's not that they can't do it. It's that our consistency hasn't been there, and it's been trending downward for the last little while, where our consistency's has actually been waning even more. So, you can chalk that up to players not listening if you'd like, but I don't think it's that they're not capable, because they are, and that's one of the reasons why we did this today.
But does this send a message that it's the coach's fault? What does it send?
No. The coach is part of the takes part of the responsibility. Coach is easy to let go. You know, that's the easy change to make. We all have to take some responsibility, players included. But we did this to try to improve our group. This isn't again throwing in the towel. It's we feel that this team has a chance to do some good things, and today was the first step in trying to push our team back in that direction.
Dave, when you drill down in the numbers and keep referring to consistency, what's missing? What are you looking for that would indicate that a team is trending in the right direction beyond wins or losses?
Well, the numbers they go beyond wins and losses. It's, you know, again, some of the games where we have played well, like I used the Minnesota game, we played well. We played that game how we wanted to play it. So we had the puck. We were decent in our own zone. We did all the things, most of the things that we wanted to do. We didn't follow that up, and that's kind of been the pattern of our group of late. And you've seen it. It's been too much of a roller coaster. It's not that they're not capable, because they are. It's not that they haven't done it, because they have. And that's probably the biggest reason, or one of the biggest reasons for the change today.
How tough is this decision, considering because a few weeks ago he was 9-1-1 and we were singing his praises?
It's always a tough decision. It's never, again, that's why I say it's not about one game or one stretch. You know, we felt that that we had to make that change today because of the direction this team is trending. That we need to move forward and try to get our team back to where it was when we were winning those games, and do it on a consistent basis. And we can throw reasons in there all we'd like why we've done certain things. I don't think that's helpful. The fact is we need to play better, and you know, we felt we had to make the change today in order to try to get it back to where we need to be.
Dave, when specifically did you make the decision, and what particular point?
We've been discussing it for a while, and again, you don't want to make any of these decisions lightly. We've discussed them at length, and yesterday we made the decision that it was the right thing to do.
Dave, was the ice time distribution in Minnesota, was that part of this?
No. Listen, the coaches they have a feel for what they think is right during a game. You know, how they want to distribute ice time. We're not going to micromanage a coaching staff on that. Again, this isn't about one game. It's not about a player. It's about the direction of our group, and so there isn't one specific scenario that made us say we have to make a change. It was again the direction of the group right now. That's the real answer.
To follow up on that, do you foresee any lineup pickup, moves with the Marlies, anything like that in concert with what happened today?
Not with what happened today. You're always looking at your group and seeing if there's opportunities to improve it. We weren't focused on lineup changes. The players we have on the roster, by and large, I think should be here tomorrow, and hopefully we have some injury news that will be helpful as well. But no, we don't foresee any changes in that regard at this point.
Given that there will be a couple very solid coaches available at the end of this season, is it possible that you could go through the rest of the season with an interim head coach?
It's possible, but again, we haven't gotten that far yet. We'll spend the next couple of days looking at our options. Again, I think I spoke earlier. There is a process that you want to go through when you let someone go. There's a right way and a wrong way of doing it, and we knew that we had a game tomorrow night. We were focused on that, and we have capable people that can lead us onto the ice tomorrow. So beyond that, we haven't made any decisions.
Any more questions, Chris?
Dave, with the benefit of hindsight, do you think this is a move that you might have made with someone?
No. Randy deserved to come back. He had done enough to come back. We'd seen him do good things. We saw him do some good things this season. It's not that he's not capable. I think he's a very capable coach. I think he's an excellent coach. You don't coach over 700 games without being good at it. Good coaches get let go. And unfortunately today we had to do that. And this has nothing to do with the summer or whether or not he was the right guy. He was the right guy to bring back. And then unfortunately today this was the right decision for our team.
You know, what do you say to the players now, and how do you get them to put together a consistent compete level?
Well, the coaching staff understands what we expect. I would expect that our players understand right now as well, that what we need going forward, and it shouldn't take anything other than seeing what's happened today for them to understand that we need to compete. They know that we have the ability to do it. Seen teams, been with teams that don't have the ability. The players look at each other and say, we can't do this, we're not capable. That's not this group. So we need to go out tomorrow and focus on tomorrow night, and then we'll go from there after that.
How were the players notified? What was their general reaction?
I told them all this morning. Yeah.
Last question, Mike.
Dave, you've been upfront and accountable in your tenure here, but how do you feel about your own job security?
I'm never worried about my own job security. You make your decisions based on what's best for the team, and that's not going to change. We're going to do the things that we need to do as a group in order to move this team forward, and that's how I wake up every day, and that's what I think of doing. If you're thinking about something else, you're not going to be doing taking the right steps for your organization. So that's not something I'm concerned about. Thanks very much for coming.